Emily's expecting.
Congratulations again. When?
October.
Boy, partner, you've got the makings of a real brood there.
You know, we're going to call her Rose if it's a girl, and Henry if it's a boy.
Henry? Well, I'm honored.
Well, actually, Henry's the name of Emily's uncle back east.
Oh. Well, I still might claim credit for it.
Partner, you can take all the credit. The name of her uncle back there is Ernest. Hey, what do you think about what the sergeant was saying? You know, about getting ready for this flu?
Well, let's think about it. We've got all the veterans returning from the war. We've got yet another women's march. We've got this Saturday, we've got a labor protest. The protesters are getting out in the streets, stirred on by those damned anarchists. And the company's hired a bunch of thugs to beat the crap out of everybody, and we're stuck in the middle. And you're worried about a little flu?
Yeah, I guess.
Besides, people are getting sick back east. It's not going to make it out here.
Yeah, you're right, Henry. You're always right.
Well, that went well.
Yeah, this place was dirty. You know, we're gonna have to keep a better eye on the street.
You know, I grew up with a kid that lived in the street. We used to play football right here. The goal line was right down there. This neighborhood's gotten bad.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of football, how's your son doing this year with his Pop Warner team?
Oh, he's doing real good. You know, they have him playing center again. You know, he wanted to play somewhere else, but, you know, he was just too good about snapping the ball back to the punter, so.
Yeah, I remember talking to him last year about it. He's got to go where he's got to go for the sake of the team.
Hey, what do you think about what the sergeant was saying about a pandemic-type flu? You know, he said these things occur naturally throughout history. Man, this can get really ugly.
Well, let's think about it. We've got a major manpower shortage from all the retirees. Looks like our gang problem's getting a lot worse as they fight over drug turf. And just this week, the terrorist threat level was raised. And you're worried about the flu?
Yeah, I guess.
Besides, this flu isn't even transmitted between humans. Plus, it's halfway around the world. It's not going to make it over here.
Yeah, it's burning here. Daddy's home.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dad.
What's up?
Good, honey.
Hello. How's it going, Carly?
Good.
Good.
Homework.
Yeah, figures. Oh, good salad.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, hey, Eddie.
I got practice.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mrs. Gray's gonna pick me up.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
Have a good practice.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Bye, sweetie. See you later. What's new?
Well, you know, at briefing today, the sergeant was talking about preparing our families in case there was a public health emergency. Like, for instance, the bird flu that people keep talking about today. I mean, it's in birds now, but if it makes it jump to humans, and then there's human-to-human transmission, I mean, people will get sick all over the world.
What about a flu shot?
No, unfortunately, this is a completely new strain, and they won't have a vaccine for a long time. Hey, did you know there was a flu in 1918 that killed over 460,000 Americans and over 30 million people worldwide?
No, I never even heard of it.
Neither have I.
So what are we supposed to do?
Well, you know, I have this emergency preparedness checklist, and I think we need to go over it right away and just make sure that we have everything in order.
We interrupt this program with a breaking news story. This just in. State public health officials have confirmed that the first case of a deadly strain of influenza has hit California. This is the first case to enter North America. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, this deadly strain is highly contagious and can be easily passed from person to person. As a result of this event, federal health officials, in coordination with the World Health Organization, have declared a pandemic. It is reported that 2 businessmen became sick with the flu shortly after returning from Asia on a flight into Los Angeles last week. Both of these men are in critical condition at local hospitals. Several of their family members have also become sick. All have tested positive for the deadly influenza virus. Health officials are still investigating any persons these businessmen or their family members may have come in contact with during or after this flight. Stay tuned for more updates on this breaking news.
Are we ready for this? Bill, what are we gonna do?
To help us understand a pandemic, we have a model in the influenza outbreak of 1918. But unlike 1918, where the virus took weeks to move across the country, in these times it will only be a matter of hours until the virus reaches our borders, regardless of where it begins in the world. So let's review some of the learning points of this segment on a pandemic. A massive government effort will be needed to combat a pandemic, such as multiple points of medicine distribution will need to be established throughout the state. Law enforcement will be needed to secure these distribution sites. It will be months before a vaccine will be developed. The Emergency Medical Services Authority will provide mobile field hospitals, and the U.S. military will be involved. During a pandemic, law enforcement will face its greatest challenge. Despite a 30 to 40% loss of its own workforce, peace officers will enforce quarantines, confront social disorder, prevent crimes of opportunity, ensure the continuity of government, prioritize criminal enforcement, and manage the jail population.